and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. This is your Solstice, Winter Solstice pick-a-card reading. So yes, it is the Winter Solstice. Happy Yule, happy Winter Solstice. I'm using the Alana Fairchild Sacred Rebel Oracle deck for this reading that I wanted to do. So I've already dealt the cards. I don't know what's under each one, but we're going to get information on what we need to know here from Spirit about this time. What can we do within ourselves? Looking at our own path, our own spiritual path. If you'd like a little history on the winter solstice, I've already did a video on that. I will link it at the top, so you will see it at the top. So let's get started, guys. We're going to start with card number 1. We've got three cards, and we're going to start with the first card and see what messages come through. So we've got the Legacy of Light. So we're going to see what the book has to say about this, and if there's any channel messages that come through, I will surely relay them to you from Spirit. This is card number 7. For those that are in numerology, it says you are being asked. You are being asked to honor the legacy of light. That is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you. Your ancestral lines, not only in the blood, but also in spirit. Perhaps these are the beings that have inspired and motivated you to live a sacred rebel. To live as a sacred rebel. From your heart and with belief in yourself. The more you are nourished by this legacy of light from your past, the more you become a bearer of the legacy for those that will be supported by your light in the future. This is a sacred endowment from the great universal source of light of humanity to humanity. It is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical change, radical courage, love and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence to the world. To be like the sun, radiant, unapologetic of your nature. The oracle of legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have made or soon will make is one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored, but some deterrent to your sense of well-being. Cannot be ignored without some deterrent to your sense of well-being. If you were asking about a particular question and drew this card, then part of your answer to your question is the issue at hand, is the one of utmost importance to your spiritual growth, even if it seemed like a relatively insignificant question. The energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more, to know that all is well. No matter what appears to be, and to ask for help, and believe that you deserve to receive it. The legacy of light also asks you to call on unconditionally loving support that exists for you every day. The light will offer you all manner of assistance. To not call upon it is like starving. It's like starving because you believe you have no means to require food, whilst the feast lies before your eyes. Sorry guys, I've got an itch that I've got to scratch on my eye, and it is coming at the wrong moment. I'm sorry. Please do excuse me. I apologize for that. If only you would partake of it. Perhaps you worry that you are asking too much of those who will wish to assist you. However, this is a mistaken belief. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do. When they are embraced for their purpose to assist with the spiritual growth of humanity through unconditional love, they too become a part of the legacy of light, shining bright with love and helping to illuminate the world. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and being a human does mean there will be some very dark moments on your path, this oracle affirms that you are coming from love with pure intention to simply live your life, do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. You are being asked to avail yourself of the help that is waiting your request, so that your own light becomes a part of the greater shining legacy of divine brilliance made manifest upon the earth. This oracle is also guiding you to something in your family or history or spiritual ancestry that is relevant to you now. Your spiritual ancestry can be recognized through the traditions and cultures you are intrigued by and interested in. They do not have to be the same as spiritual traditions that you were raised with in this lifetime, although they may be. The influence of your family history or spiritual traditions may be encouraging and constructive, but it may also be holding you back. Sometimes we unconditionally absorb the hidden fears of our parents or religious upbringing, such as belief that dreams cannot manifest, or that we have to compromise to the point of losing what makes us feel truly alive. If you can relate to this or want healing just in case it is happening beyond the level of your conscious awareness, simply complete the healing process below. And there's one that's below this. If you're involved in a group project, this oracle is asking you to stay true to your heart of why you began working together in the first place, and to seek assistance, protection, and guidance from the source that loves all of you unconditionally. You do this through the healing process below. Finally, if you need a jolt to recognize that you are a creative being entitled to explore your ingenuity, perhaps through taking a class, pursuing your own artistic interest at home, then this oracle brings a particular guidance. Yes, this is a part of your life path, and you're encouraged to take it further. You are also acknowledged through this oracle as having some special creative and healing offering to make to the world in this lifetime. You will leave a legacy of light for the greater good upon this planet, and you will be lovingly supported in many ways by the great creative universal intelligence when you ask for help. If you do not know how to do that, just complete the healing process. And I'm going to give you the healing process this time. It says, say out loud, through unconditional love, I am open to receiving the support, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to manifest the legacy of light that shines through me now. I release any conscious or unconscious attachments to beliefs or relationship patterns that hold me back from fully shining my light into the world. I ask that my creative journey be aligned with my spiritual path and blessed for the greatest good. So be it. Now you can repeat this, slow down the video, go back and repeat those words, that process. But this is all about your legacy of light. What is within you? What you're doing here on this planet now. as we are all here to serve a purpose. We all wanted to come here, and that's the reason why we're all here during this time. And you may be wondering what your legacy of light is. So you have a purpose here. Go within, find that purpose. Don't be afraid to ask for help for the spiritual beings that are around you. Our galactic team, which I call a galactic team because they're made up of so many different beings, not including, not only the ancestors, but, our guides and angels and guardians and watchers and all these types of beings that are here to assist us through this journey that we're walking. So don't be afraid to ask for help and assistance in finding if you're looking for your purpose, if you're wondering how you can leave a legacy of light or open up that legacy of light. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to follow what you're feeling within your heart, what you're feeling to be called, that you're being called to do, whether it is to, sorry, let me pause this, I gotta answer this. It's the vet. Okay guys, I'm back. That was the vet. My darling little Tristan, Jack Russell, is really feeling quite ill, but she's doing much better, so I wanted to let them know that. But as I was saying, and I don't know where I left off, this is doing something where you can leave something for your family. Maybe this has to do something with your ancestry. Don't be afraid to step forth into a new path, especially if you grew up in a conformity family with these, traditions and things like that, and you want to step away from that. Do not be afraid to do that. So if you're feeling called to do something that is really going to help humanity, do that. This is what we're here for, to help each other. So do your courses, classes, whatever it is that you're feeling drawn to, and Spirit will start assisting you with this. Once you make your conscious decision that this is what you want to do and you put it out there to the universe, Spirit will assist you with making that come true for you. So you will be opening up your legacy and leaving that legacy for generations and generations to come. Okay, so we're going to go on to number 2. Okay, so we're going to jump to number 2. She feels she knows, and this is 22. And we're going to see what the book has to say about 22. And then if I get any messages from Spirit, I will relay them through. Any channel messages. It says, an illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you're being asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come, gently but firmly, from that place of knowing, intent to act and take your next step forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about a long-range or long-term development, something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance. Although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best, the situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped on the next stage of your path. Even though it may look like an obstacle right now, you're being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situation in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you according to your life path and purpose. This is the stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead. For it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. And all that is happening now is happening to that end. There's a healing process here that I'm going to give you. It is stand with your feet at hip width and your arms loosely and comfortably by your sides. Slightly away from your body, say out loud, I feel the light of all that I am and will be unfolding from within me now. Stand still and rest your eyes on the point or lightly close them if you can do so easily without compromising your balance. Feel, sense, imagine, and or perceive that there is a pure light switched on inside of you, almost as an eternal light switch was flicked on. Perceive or feel that the light is growing brighter and brighter and wider and more radiant. Allow it to shine outwards from within you, as if there was a vibrant sun at the center of your being, with its rays extended outward in all directions. You are a radiant, glowing being. Can you feel the joy and the uplifting happiness to this? When you're ready, say, I surrender what is into the loving fire of transformation, the light which illuminates the present and manifests the future in the highest creative expression of unconditional love. And it goes on to say, be with the inner light for several moments and then place as much of your intention as possible into your feet, feeling the connection to the ground beneath you. Feel the present moment of being aware of the physical sensations of your feet. Feel the coolness or warmth. Are they tingly, cold, or stiff, and in need of some flexing or stretching? Move your feet as you wish. And in your own time, simply open your eyes, move around, return to your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. So this is about your innate knowing. I feel like some of you are coming into your claircognizance of knowing, just getting information. It's just like a clear knowing that you know something, and it's something that I have. It's one of the clairs, but I feel like you know something good is coming. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, especially if you're going through any type of challenges at this time, struggles or obstacles. I like to call them challenges, but if you're going through any challenges at this time, truly trust that you are being divinely guided to a bigger manifestation that is going to transform your life into something of the highest and the greatest good. And that is all in according to the divine plan that each one of us holds here, on the earth plane. So if you feel like you're going through something, know that there is a divine plan that is your team is working with you at this time. If you're seeking or feeling like you're being drawn towards something, move towards that. That is spirit assisting you. Don't give up. Don't lose any type of hope. Listen to that intuition, that gut feeling, that clear knowing when things just pop up. That is spirit trying to connect with you. That's your guides and angels that are trying to make that connection. They hear you. They see you. They hear your prayers and your chants and mantras, and they see the work that you're doing. And they know exactly what you're striving to become and to be. And they understand exactly what you're going through and dealing with, and they are there assisting you. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up and lose hope if you're having any kind of challenges at this time, because there's a bigger plan, and you will come to understand why you had to go through these challenges to manifest that bigger plan that is coming to you. And you know that. You know something good is coming. You still got that optimistic and that hope that's within, and faith of believing that you are divinely guided. So follow Spirit's lead and let Spirit lead you. Don't force or push against that. Just follow Spirit's lead is what I'm getting directly from Spirit. And trust that things are about to change and turn around for you. Okay, so let's move on to our third card, which is Pandora's Gift, and it is number 45. So we're going to see what the number 45 has to offer in Pandora's Gift. Sounds intriguing. Never got this card before. But it's got to be something awesome, right? So let's see what the book has to say, and then if there's any messages that want to come through, I will surely share them with you. This is a mystic woman much aligned throughout history, whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the question, and in doing so triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of the world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for a new revelation, a new life, a new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all given. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It's time to let go of the shame-based belief in punishment. It's time to let go. Okay, I read that. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora frees the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience. There is no shame in your learning process. Pandora's presence is the sign of a new time. A time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent divinity. From this moment on, how unstoppable you shall become. Sacred rebellion is happening within your soul as a powerful uprising towards liberation. You are breaking free from the weighty criticisms of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities in the world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgments of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With her oracle comes the realization that you too are divinely defiant, believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. As this shift takes place, you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on a divine notice from the sacred feminine that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. If you choose to develop and express this seed step by step, it will become extraordinary light in your life and in the world. So poke your tongue out at the naysayers and turn your attention to the bright hope within. You are born to strut your soul stuff. Here's a healing process that I'm going to give you. Begin by grounding yourself, your attention in the here and now, away from daily distractions and your own thoughts. This process will take you beyond intellect and into purely intuitive knowing encoded in the divine light of your soul. Sit or stand comfortably and relax. Place your hands on your heart and close your eyes for a few moments. When you are ready, you can lower your hands and say the following out loud. My heart light is unmasked from shame, fear, and doubt. Those that seek to torment me are unequivocally uninvited now. I bow only before the divine truth, light, and love. All else is summarily dismissed. If you would like to add the dramatic flair of some hissing, yelling, tongue poking, or some other, I respect your right to live as you choose, but you are welcome in my soul. Get lost, action, feel free. Take a few moments to imagine, feel, visualize, and intend that you are breathing divine light out through your heart. As you breathe this light, anything that is not for your highest good flies out of your heart at the front, the back, and the sides. And the light simply grows and grows. Relax as you do this. It is so natural for the heart to amplify divine light. It is a way that the soul breathes. When you are ready, say the following out loud. I give true, divine, beloved permission to guide me into the fulfillment of my sacred gifts, talents, and destiny. May all that was originally intended for me be released into being and protected through divine protection, grace, and my own free will, so mote it be. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and bow your head. You have completed your healing process. And this is I love this card, man. I love this deck, Sacred Rebel. This is Pandora's gift to you. Do not let the shame, the guilt that we feel that the society likes to throw upon us because you don't look a certain way, or you don't weigh a certain amount, or you don't have a bank account full of money, or you're not keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians and all that crap. It's just a bunch of crap. And this is a gift to you. The Spirit is saying, find the divinity, the light that is within you, shining so bright and has so much to offer your gifts to the world. And it's asking you to really be just a bearer of these gifts that is opening up within you when you release these judgments and hurts and of what society has placed upon, or tries to place upon the world, or what you see on TV. It's telling you to be your true, authentic self, to say to the naysayers that say that you cannot do, things that you want to create and do. They say, no, no, no. I am who I am. I'm unique. I am pure love. Before you can be nothing else but pure love. Spirit says you can be nothing else but pure love. So accept this gift, and release those worriments and troubles and guilt and shame that we bear upon ourselves, which is our own suffering. We put ourselves through these own sufferings of carrying these burdens and torments that we carried most of our lives. It's time to release that. Spirit loves you no matter what. So time to release that torment and guilt and shame that we try to, stay tied to. It's time to break those bonds and cut those cords and release that. You are a beautiful, loving, multi-dimensional, divine being here of light. Share your gifts. This is a gift that's coming to you if you are acceptance of it. Spirit says, do you want to open Pandora's gift? Because Pandora's giving you a gift to release that, so you can move on to bigger, better, brighter things that you are meant to be and do here on this planet. That is an awesome message, and I love that card. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it with there with that. I hope this helps you in your journey through life. Blessings, my friends. Namaste.